Hey everybody, it's a crafty crocheter back for another video. I believe this is episode 60. My two kids are in here, so I might have to get out of the camera shot and let them out. Because every time I start a video, they always like to come in. They come in and they go out. I told my grandparents I need a cat door in my room, or in my door, so that they can come and go whenever they want, and I don't have to, let them in and out all the time. Today's gonna kind of be, my hair is a mess. I was cleaning a couple minutes ago, so yeah, this is what you get. I have, I think, 4 finished objects and 1 work in progress that I'm working on, and I have some acquisitions that kind of relate to yarn, but kind of doesn't. So let's just get into it. So the first thing I finished is I finished my aunt's, this is, see you, this is the linked hearts blanket. I did my own twist on it. I did 3 heart segments, and then I did triple crochet in between them. I did 6 rows between and 4 rows, I think, at the end. Then I did 2 rows. Okay, so let me go over the colors. And I am showing you the back. So we have turquoise, and this other color is buff, then cafe latte, and then dusty gray. And my grandma is going to give this to my aunt tomorrow when they get home, when they go to work. And it's not very even, but I figure she's gonna put it on the back of her recliner, so it's not going to be that noticeable. So I am so glad I got that finished. And I actually forgot something that I want to show you guys, so just give me a minute. Sorry, kid. Sorry, I just forgot something. And here comes my other cat. Old man has a sore toe. One of his toenails is growing into his gripper pad, so we have to cut all of his toenails, and he does not like that. Make sure he doesn't fall. Okay. You're gonna see 3 of these shawls, the same shawl pattern that I love, but I think I'm getting tired of them, because I start them and then I'm like, oh, I don't really want to work on this, and I've pretty much lost my motivation to work on these shawls. But luckily, I don't have any more started, so that is the good thing. So this is Karen 1 pound, and it, makes a nice size shawl. And it is the color Peacock Variated. So I have that one, and I already took pictures of these, and I have 7 in my bag in my closet, plus these 3, so that's 10. I'm halfway to my goal, because I want to make 10 for one nursing home and 10 for the other. And then I have this one, and I made these stitch markers because there for a while I was getting confused on which hooks I was using. So I got on Wish, clean my desk off too, so now my kid, my youngest, has more room to lay down. So they're just number beads, and I put my hook sizes, the millimeter on them. And this one is kind of interesting because I used the Baby Burnett, I think it's Sport or something like that. And then I used the I think a Lion brand ice cream in the color Tutti Frutti. I did like 5 stripes up here. No, I did more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did 7 stripes to beginning, and then I did 4 of the color, 4 white. 4 of the color, 4 white. So the kind of motivation loss was kind of what happened with this one. I was really enjoying working on it, and then I got to this point. I mean, it's still a good size shawl, and if you don't want to wear it like this, which I think is nice, if you don't want to wear it like this, then I'm not a shawl person. Then it might be too big. Yeah, it's definitely too big because it comes down to my belly button. But yeah, so that is another one. And then this is my last finished object. And yes, I finished these all in this week. It is humongous. This is approximately 603 yards, maybe about 600 yards. This was the Karen Big Cakes, and it was the color Pistachio Macaroon, and it made another really nice cake. So far I have used 2, which the first one I did was plum pudding big cake, and this one is pistachio macaroon. So they will go into my sorry, my sock is coming off. They will go into my bag, and I will be halfway past my goal. Since it is only February, I might up my goal to 30. That way I can have 15. But I need to find some different shawl patterns. Don't get me wrong, I love that shawl pattern. It's just I've made so many of them in a short amount of time that I kind of lost interest, I guess. This is my youngest. It's my youngest. And y'all know old man. Yeah, you're a good boy, huh? Sometimes. He's a good boy sometimes. But this one has to be, if I'm at my desk, he's at my desk. If I'm on my bed, he's on my bed. He has to be wherever his mom is. This cat is 13. And somebody just dropped him off at our house, and when he came, he was only like this big, and he was all ears. Well, we got him now, and he's been mine ever since he came to us, so. Don't fall off the desk. Alright, lay down. Okay, my next project is a lot different than what I've been showing. It's a poncho. It is for a kid. I've never really worn a poncho before, so I don't know exactly how to wear them. I guess kind of like this, but I can never pull this off. Maybe something along the lines of this, maybe? I don't know, am I wearing it right? Stand up. Am I wearing this right? No. Isn't the point supposed to be in the middle? It's all the farther I can get back. Whatever. I'm not a shawl person, and apparently I'm not a poncho person either. But this is going to be for a little kid. I am trying to make different things for my church. I want to get this done. And this is the color turquoise and soft pink from Mainstays, which is Walmart's brand. Sorry, I had to. It's okay. He's very skittish. He's probably scared of his own shadow. And for the poncho, I am using a 10.5. You guys are not going to be able to see that. Maybe I can show you. If I can get it. Okay. Can you see that? Kinda. And for the plum pudding and the peacock variegated shawl, I used an 8mm, which I think is an L. It's just one of the plastic acrylic hooks. It's my favorite hook for the gauge that I want when I do worsted weight shawls. And the baby yarn one, I also used the 10.5. And for that one, I don't know why I didn't use my big one for that. So I got up at like 10 something, and it was snowing like crazy. And we had plans to, I know my face is terrible. We had plans, it always looks terrible in the winter. But anyway, we had plans all week to go to Surplus City, which is craft hardware tool store. There's 3 in Pennsylvania, or there's 3 in Pennsylvania, and there's 1 in Maryland. And I've wanted to go there for a while. And I finally got to go, and it was kind of disappointing. I looked on their website, and it said they had Red Heart Super Saver yarn there. So I was like, okay, so you know, maybe there'll be a good price. I was thinking like under $2. No. They had Red Heart Super Saver, several variegated, that was like $4.49, which is even more expensive than Walmart. Then they had, which is even more expensive than Michael's and Joann's. Then they had a couple solid colors that I was gonna look at, and they were like $5.99. There were 2 different prices. They also had the peaches and cream and a lot of cotton yarn, and they were like almost $3, which at Walmart I can get 2 for $3. They're $1.50. Well, $3 and some change. Not like I need cotton yarn, and not like I need acrylic, but you never know. So they had this like rack of buttons, all sorts of things like buttons and gems, and you know, a lot of it was Christmas, and I could kick myself for not buying some of the Christmas ones that I thought were really cute. Like, they had some really, really cute penguin ones and reindeer. But I got 13 packs of buttons, okay? And I want to show them to you because I'm going to start making hats, hopefully, for the church that I donate to. Because they do a lot of things for kids. So I was thinking of putting a button on a kid's hat. You know, like kind of match the colors with the buttons and stuff. Now, I have a ton of yarn, so I can probably get away with it. So I got I got some buttons. A lot of buttons, actually. 13 packs. So these are from, a lot of them are from Dress It Up. And I got like 2 or 3 of this pack, which is made for monsters. I don't know how long you can. There's a glare. See the little monsters? So I got like 3 of them because they're, yeah, I got 3 of them because their male section was pretty much, like, their boy stuff was pretty much non-existent. I also got two of, like, the little bees and stuff, little bugs and stuff. I thought that would be cute for some boys. And it's called Bug-Eyed. So I got 5. Then I got some princesses, which I figured would be cute for a little girl's hat. Then I got some ponies, I guess, with stars and hearts. The hearts do not have, and they have the, let me see which one I can show you better. They have the loop, I guess is what you would call them. Then I got some glitter hearts, which I don't know how that's gonna work because I don't really like glitter. And I got some ice cream cones. I figured maybe I can use the little blue ones and green ones for girl or boys. Then I got some little very colorful flowers. And then I thought these were so cute. Look how tiny they are. Look how tiny they are. Aren't they cute? But I am planning on putting some of these, or at least 1, maybe 2, on some amigurumis that I'm gonna hopefully start making also. And the last one I got, it's okay, kid. You can, if you can. I touched him. Every time I touch him, he starts purring. Then I got some skulls with pink and purple bows. You might want to rub up against that, don't you? Not my fingers. Hey, that wasn't called for. So those are my buttons. I also got a very, very, very sharp pair of scissors because, did you really have to knock that down? I got some really sharp pair of scissors for $1.49, and if I would have thought about it, they had, folding scissors for like 99 cents, and I would have got 2 or 3 pair of them because I use scissors a lot. We all use scissors a lot cutting. And you have all seen my case. And you can never have too many pairs of scissors because I have one on my desk, I have one at my case, and sometimes I use one side of my case where my scissors aren't. So I have to get in my other side of the case to get them out. And sometimes you just need a pair of scissors to cut those ends that you've woven in. So now I have one by my bed, one in my case, and I have like 3 here. Like here I have these ones. I have these ones that can't cut paper. And that was my bracelet that I had on this wrist. It is turning my skin green. So I don't know if I can go inside with the clear nail polish and put it on that. Put the clear nail polish on the inside of the bracelet where it touches my wrist to stop that. Because this is for my hair tie when I don't have my hair pulled up. And now I've gotten used to having it on. And so like I was saying, I have 3 pairs of scissors sitting right here at my desk. Because every time I try to grab a pair, I can't find them. So my desk was organized until this all started. So I told you about my stitch markers, I told you about my buttons and my finished objects and my whip. That poncho might get done tonight. It all depends on what else I find to do. I do have to take the thing back down to my grand's purse so she can give it to my aunt. But I also wanted to show you my book. Now, you guys have seen this book, but you have not seen this book. And I don't even know why I wrote my name on it in Love and Crochet Projects. It's pretty much all over the place. I did draw this heart myself because I used to draw when I was in school a lot. Oh, I have other things to show you also. So this is going to be a long podcast. And I am all over the place today. So I had some felt. Because I had this little notebook when I was in school. And when I was in school, I used to stick stickers on everything. Well, it was covered in stickers and I couldn't get them off without peeling the print off, and it was a mess. So I glued some felt on the front and glued a piece on the inside so that it was nicer. And what I did was I wrote down the project, like what hook size, what yarn, and all that stuff. And I went from having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I went from having 16 projects to I knocked off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've knocked off 10, so I have 6 projects left. Not including the ones I just finished. I still have 1 or 2 of them on here that I didn't need to cross off. And of course I need to put in that poncho. But yeah, I just thought this was like a good idea. I've seen other people do it and thought it was a great idea, so I figured I would dabble in it a little bit. I'm going to put my buttons back in this bag because they need to go in my button container. And I don't want to roll over my thing. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is, so I've been seeing everybody have these really, really nice project bags. And me not working because of my back and my SSI, I don't have the money to afford to get project bags. So me and my mom went to Walmart one day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start making myself some project bags. She's like, okay, well, what do you need, to get started? I was like, well, I'm going to need some fat quarters, in the fabric section at Walmart. So we go over, and the one Walmart that her friend goes has a humongous selection. It has like 3 racks of fat quarters, and the one that I usually go to has 1. So we go and we look at some nice fabric, and basically what I am doing am laying out my fat quarters. I get 4. I get 2 prints and 2 solids. And then I pin them together, and then I use this stuff is magic. If you don't know how to sew and you want to learn if you want to make project bags for yourself, get this stuff. This stuff is great. I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 project bags that are holding up better than my sewed ones. Because my mom bought me a sewing machine, a little handheld one that I think I might have showed you in the last video. Well, it doesn't work. But I have made this one, which it's supposed to go this way, but I like them long, so I don't care. It's a little fox and a squirrel, and I love this. And I had some random fabric just laying around and ribbon, and I made them a drawstring bag. And I made them for myself, so, you know, of course they're not perfect or anything. I even, you know, folded it down to make it nice, and so yeah, so this is one, and the inside is green, just a random, just green, and my drawstring is blue ribbon, because you know me, I usually tie things with ribbon, but I think I'm just gonna stop doing that, because every time I take stuff to the old age or the nursing homes and stuff, they rip them apart anyway to see what they look like and stuff. Except for that was the first lady I took them to. The second lady, the same place. Didn't like her. She was really rude. I'm like, I walked in and I'm like, I have, you know, I was like, I have stuff, you know, here for donations. And she was like, well, what kind of stuff? I said, like, shawls and lapgans. And she's like, and I wanted my bag because it was in, like, one of those ones that I got from Joann's and Michael's. And I wanted to keep my bag. And she's like, well, let me get a garbage bag so we can put them in. I'm like, yeah, that would be nice, thanks. Then I got this cute little owl fabric. And it's lined with, like, a turquoise one. Now, this one I did sew. And as you can see, I use my sewing machine. As you can see, it's falling apart. So that one has to be taken apart and resewed or glued. This one, I use glue. Now, I am having a hard time keeping it closed right here, but I'm gonna have to fix that. But look, look, look. I'm pushing and it's not doing anything. I love that glue. And it makes nice project bags. And honestly, I'm using them for myself. I'm not planning on selling them. So I made two. Then I made this one. Now this one does have an opening right here that I have to sew, but it's so small. And I have a project in here. I am going to make a poncho. This is probably going to be like what I'm going to hook next, maybe. But I have this and the cotton candy colorway. I have like 3. So I have 3 cakes of this and like 3 more cakes of the Tutti Frutti. So I'm gonna make a poncho out of those. But I look at this bag. It has bugs on it. Isn't that cute? So I made that one. Again, with the drawstring. Then I have my sugar skulls. And in this one, I have more baby yarn. If you watched one of my previous videos to like almost the one that I released when I started recording, you might remember this yarn. It's the baby orange, yellow, and white. I'm gonna make a poncho out of that too because I honestly have 5 cakes of that, and it's been sitting in my stash for like a year and a half. And I made this one. It's hearts. I'm not a pink person, but my mom picked this out. So, whoops. And in this one, I have a Karen Big Cake, and it is in the color Mint Fudge. So, I wonder, would you think I would be able to get a poncho out of this? It's 603 yards. I mean, that would be a fairly big poncho, right? I don't know. Do you guys have any suggestions about like what else I can make with those big cakes? Because I think I have like 4 left. Because I'm telling you, I am so over those shawls. And then I made, because my favorite color is blue. This is a blue camo one. And in here, you remember this yarn that has like 4 different things? I'm planning on putting them together because I don't see myself using this for anything else. I did start a shawl. Kid, what are you doing? I pick him up, but he hates when I pick him up. I started a shawl, and I don't know if I like it. He's weird, and of course he wants out. Okay, kid, give me a minute. I'll let you on here in a minute. I think that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna... Hey, just give me a minute. I'm gonna let you guys go. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to me. And I'll let him out now. And I'm back, and I do not know how to edit that. But like I was saying, I want to thank all of my subscribers. I think I have like 177, I think. 177, 100. And now the other one wants out. I tell you what, guys. I love you, but you're a pain in my butt. I should have let them out before I even started the podcast. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go here. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know I didn't say this, but it is almost midnight. It is 11:54 p.m. Almost midnight, like I said, on 2/4/2018. And it's been a busy day. And for it being a busy day, I'm not really tired. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to drink some breast because my throat's sore. I'm going to work on a poncho. I have a question though. Before I go, do you guys have any suggestions about how, like I said, I'm making this for a kid, how I can kind of cinch the neck up a little bit so that it isn't so big? Or should I just, let it go as is? Because I started all the way up here, and the lady that I watched, she did 130 chains, but I did 160. And next time, I think I am going to do 130. So, you think I ought to try to figure out how to bring it in a little bit closer to the neck, or do you guys think I ought to just let it go? I also need feedback. I am planning on selling my needles, my knitting needles that I never use. If you guys have any suggestions about like where I could sell them and how much I could sell them, and if I should sell them like individually or as one whole set, please let me know. Because let's face it, I'm never gonna be a knitter. I tried it, but I just don't have the feel for it. I have been talking your guys' ear off for almost 35 minutes, so I am going to let you now go, like I keep saying. And I'm going to get this uploaded, and I will talk to you guys again next week.